Okay, you guys, we're live. I am so excited to be with you today. Got like some random notes here. So when you jump on, just let us know like where are you from, where are you joining from. I've been waiting to do this for a long time and just to really help you kickstart 2019 and to really become that person that you want to be, right? I'll tell you a little bit about my story while we are gathering everyone here, but because I think that it's scary to share our story. It's scary to be vulnerable, but there's so much power in what other people can learn from our experience and what I have learned and felt in sharing my own journey over the last 4 years, as scary as that has been, especially at different points and being vulnerable and sharing pictures and things like that is that I've learned that we will always have so much more support and we will feel lifted up and we will be able to gain that motivation to keep going through the hard times because whether you're working on something for your health, for your work, for your family, all of those goals come with scary things that we want to grow in, right? And that we want to develop in. And we can't do that by ourselves, right? Because we have so much barrier here in our mind, which we're going to talk about today, and to go through that. So my name is Tina Salisbury. I live in Salt Lake City, Utah. I have 5 wonderful kids, and I began this journey of considering being a wellness coach, a life coach, helping people with their health and fitness, with their mindset to really be able to make the switch to having more confidence, to having more energy, to doing those things in their life, because I saw that I needed that too. I worked in a demanding career job for about 13 years where I was out of the house all of the time. I brought work home with me. It just never shut off. It was so hard to find that balance. And I thought to myself, I just got to keep plugging away at this. I just got to keep moving forward. And at some point, it's magically going to just happen for me that I would have this balance. And I eventually knew that that wasn't how it works, right? When we want something to be important in our lives, when we feel like we need more time just doesn't come to us, right? What we do get is the opportunity to make priorities and to make those shifts. And when I really learned to utilize my mindset more than just rely on willpower and determination and motivation, I started to see things happen differently for me. I had the courage to leave that position that was so good for me in so many ways, but was really hindering my ultimate goals and my lifestyle and the things that I wanted to do. And it allowed me space to open up myself for improvement. And I'll show you these are my before and after, so to speak, or before in progress, I guess I should speak, because I never really feel like we get to an after point because we always have growth in things that we want to do. But this girl here felt very stuck. She felt like she didn't have energy, like she would come home and not be able to give to her family and to her kids because she had spent everything for everyone else, and she felt ashamed and she felt guilty for that, and she felt terrible about herself. This girl here went to her closet every morning to get dressed for work and felt like she had 2 pairs of pants out of the rack of like 12 that were in her closet that she could wear and feel a semblance of comfort in. And she felt ashamed and guilty about that too. That, she didn't want to go buy bigger clothes, yet, really wondering, is somebody going to notice that I wear all these same clothes and, that I make plenty of money to buy new things for myself, but I just wouldn't allow myself to do that. This girl's happier on the inside. And that's where it starts, you guys. It has to start on the inside. With the changes that happen on the outside, they make us feel valued when we believe in who we are right now, in who we are through this journey. That doesn't change if you haven't built that belief, that mindset that, you don't have to wait on the wait to be a good person, to be beautiful, to be valued, it won't happen. It won't happen between these two pictures if you haven't built that first. So as I coach people, I do give them tools to lose weight. I do give them tools to change their body, but I hope the most important piece that they get is me and the training and the education and the exercises and the tools to really help you build your mindset, right? So we're going to talk about that today, because that gap between trying everything and nothing working for you, and getting to where you want to be, only comes in those three things that we've been talking about, that I've been emailing you about, that we've been sharing in Instagram stories and talking about, right? Your thoughts, your beliefs, and who you surround yourself with, and those people. So I want you to get comfortable this morning, and I want you to take out a piece of paper, and we're going to go through some questions. We're going to do a little analysis, and you're going to be able to see what you need to do to be able to make a difference, right, with you. And it starts with taking action, you guys. Taking action. That's been kind of my call for the last 2 years, is helping people to see that you just take action and to make small steps, right? We look at this, and you've probably created New Year's resolutions, and you have a laundry list of things that aren't going well or that you feel you need to improve on in your life. But how many things did you write down that you're doing right? Was there one thing? Was there two things? Were they small things? Were they so small that you just felt like you couldn't write them down, that they weren't even significant enough? That's where we need to start, because those small things, when you do them consistently, when you stop giving up because of this overwhelming feeling that we need to be perfect, you will start to make progress, right? We're going to, it's not easy. It's not easy to make progress. We're going to get rid of that vocabulary, and thinking that this should be some quick fix, that it should be something we should naturally fall into, that'll be easy for us. But I can tell you that results happen in simple ways, right? So it's not easy because there's a lot we have to work on here, but it is simple. The steps are simple. And being able to take small actions and consistently follow those every single day will get you to where you are, where you want to be, right? So, but we're going to talk about where you are, okay? So get out that piece of paper, and we're going to go through some questions that can help you with that, okay? So number one, let's talk about where you are, how you're feeling, and what's going on right now. Are you feeling a little bit overweight, right? Like, write what that looks like for you. Describe it. Be clear about it, right? Do you feel fat? Do you feel frumpy? Do you feel tired all the time? Do you feel like you can't do the things that you want to do? How does that make you feel? Do you feel ashamed? Do you feel beaten down? Do you feel defeated? What are those things? What are you feeling right now about your weight and the value with that? Okay, number two, do you feel like the ship has sailed for you? Do you feel like you've tried everything and it's just too late for you? Or, maybe you're a mom and you have kids now, and, there's just no hope to get your body back after baby. Maybe you're feeling like you just turned 40 this year and that's too old. Like, you're just, you're not in your 20s anymore. You can't make that progress. Do you feel that ship has sailed for you? Do you feel low energy? Are you tired? Are you fatigued? Are you lacking the ability to get up and do the things that you want to do? Do you feel like you have low energy? Number four, do you feel exhausted? Are you done with it? You need to make a change. This has to happen for you. Number five, do you feel like it's too late? I work with a lot of moms with kids, I just mentioned, and, we work, we are stay-at-home moms, some of us, like, our life is jam-packed. Do you feel it's too late? Like you cannot make that change? Do you feel like you're too old in your 40s and your 50s and your 30s to make that change? Do you justify it? Right? Do you justify how you're feeling? Do you have excuses? Do you have things that hold you back from moving forward? Right? Do you blame it on other things? Right? Is it your job? Is it because you have kids and they take too much time? Is it because you have littles and they don't allow you to exercise? Right? Is it because your husband won't eat healthier meals like you want to? Is it because your family, when you get together, they drink a lot or have a lot of excess and it's just too hard, so there's no way that you can do this? Are you making excuses? Do you find yourself in those excuses a lot? Do you feel like you have to let yourself go? Right? Again, kind of going back to that hopelessness, that inability to kind of see yourself in a better state. Do you feel like this is just the way it is for you? That it's easy for everyone else, that they can make progress, but for you, you can't do this. That it's time to just try to stop. How about this? Do you feel fake? Right? Do you feel fake? Do you feel like you're trying to present yourself in the world, to your family, to your work in one way? Are you scared to let them really know how you feel? Are you scared to voice that to yourself, how you feel? I get emotional about that. That was me a lot. It still is a lot, trying to put on this brave face for everyone, let them think that you're happy when deep down you're not. Are you comparing yourself and living in the past, comparing yourself to another time, to what you weighed in high school, to how you felt in college, to what you were able to do when you were 20 versus now when you're 40, right? Are you comparing yourself? Are you living in the past and feeling like that should be you again? Do you feel like you're hiding the truth? Write these down, you guys. Write these down, how this is making you feel, and what comes to mind when you feel this, right? Do you feel like you're hiding the truth? That you're trying to just let time pass and hope that this will get better, but nothing's going to change until you change. There's changes that need to be made, but maybe you're scared to do it. Have you lost confidence? You lost confidence in yourself, in your abilities, in your beliefs. Do you want to see yourself not fail? You can't see yourself fail one more time, right? Has it brought a lack of motivation for you? Are you saying that you don't have the desire now, the willpower, the ability to do this, right? Have you lost faith in yourself? Do you feel unworthy? Wow, this is the big one, right? Especially for us women, right? Do you feel unworthy to change? Does it bring on the guilty, the mom feelings? Does it bring on, that you need to put everyone first and put yourself last? Are you feeling worthy that you deserve this change? That's a big one for moms. How do you feel about your relationships? Are you unhappy with your relationships? Is what is happening to you, to your body, is it affecting your relationship with the ones you love, with your spouse? How about your social circle? Do you feel like you can go out, that you can have fun, that you can go out with friends? How are you feeling about those things? What things are you holding back from doing in your relationships because of where you are? How about your career path, right? This isn't just about weight, like your how you feel physically and emotionally about yourself affects all of these areas. That's why we're talking about relationships. We're going to talk about careers. So how do you feel about your job? Do you hate your career path? Are you in a business that you love? Are you doing what you enjoy? If you're a stay-at-home mom, are you satisfied with that? Do you feel lacking? Do you feel kind of that hole, that void of being able to do something for you? Like how are you feeling right now about your work, wherever and whatever that means for you right now? Okay, I want you to just take a quick peek back at some of these questions, right? Go back through some of these answers, and I want you to really answer this question for yourself. Like, how do you feel right now? The you that's you right now. And I want you to write this actually out. I feel blank, right? Or I feel that blank. Like, write those words. I feel. I want you to put yourself in this position right now. How do you feel, right? And you guys, this is just for you. Nobody's seeing this paper. Don't hold back. Allow yourself to bleed onto this paper all of this emotion, all of these things that you've held back, that you're holding in, let it out now, right? I feel, how does it feel? How do you feel? How do you feel right now? You've got to allow yourself to breathe that out. Allow it out. Write it down. I feel. Right? This is a tough list, you guys. We just went through some tough questions. And if you're not feeling your best, I want you to know that that's okay. That doesn't mean that that's your worth, right? Going back to that, what you just wrote is where you are. It's your starting line. If you like it or you don't like it, it's still your starting line, right? But now we get to have the fun part. We get to turn the page. I want you to turn to a fresh page in your notebook right now. And I want you to let's piece together the person that you want to become, right? Are you ready for this? I want you to write at the top of this where I want to go. Where I want to go. Okay, so number 1, where do you want to be, right? What does success really mean to you? What does that mean to you? How do you want to feel, right? Do you want to be authentic? Do you want to feel real? Do you want to feel like yourself, confident, attractive? I mean, write those words that articulate what you want to be. Do you want to be hot? Do you want to be sexy? Do you want to be beautiful? Right? And I want you to start this question with I want to feel, right? I want to feel. And what are those words that you really want to feel? Not what you think you should feel or what you think others want you to feel or that you should feel, but what is it that you want to feel right now? I want to feel, right? Don't judge yourself in this. It's easy to do, right? We judge ourselves and we feel all of a sudden ashamed or guilty or like, oh, I could never have that. Don't judge yourself as you're writing these things down. I want you to be honest and authentic with yourself. Allow yourself to do this. Like you are enough, right? You don't have anything to prove. Don't have it to prove to anyone. Again, nobody's going to see this piece of paper. I want you to be everything that you want to be right now as you write that down. I want to feel what? Worthy, valued. I want to be an inspiration. I want to feel in control. I want to feel empowered in my day. Write those things that you really want. Okay, number 2. When you show up for things, how do you want to feel? Right? So when you show up for an event, when you show up for work, when you are on a date with your husband or your significant other, how do you want to feel? How do you want to show up for things? And I don't want you to write how you don't want to feel, right? I want you to put yourself in a present state. How do you want to feel? I want to feel. Use those words. Use those words. You. Okay, number 3. What do you want your day to look like? What would a perfect day look like? When you're feeling your best, when you're looking your best, when you're happy? Like, what do you want that day to look like? Are you carefree? Are you productive? Are you motivated? Are you serving? Like, what does that look like for you? How do you want to actually, how does that make you feel when you are living your perfect day? Write it down. We're going to take some time on this because I want you guys to do this right now. You can go back, you can enhance it, but I want you to do it right now. Okay. I want you to now to put yourself in the best year of your life, right? Put yourself in the best possible spot. What you see your best year looking like. What is the best thing in 2019? What does it look like? What's happened to you, right? Write it down like it has happened, right? Like you have already reached those goals. So you're sitting here January 13th, 2020. What happened in 2019? What was that best year? What did it look like? Right? Financially, what did that look like? With your career, with your weight loss, with your health goals, with how you felt, with what you did with your family. What did it feel? What did you do? What did that feel like to you? Right? Like write it as it already happened. I made a six-figure income in my business. I was able to take my family on an amazing vacation and we had so much fun. And I had so much joy just sitting on the beach, watching them, soaking in the sun, seeing all of that happened, right? How did that look? Like, write those things. I was able to put on my favorite jeans and I rocked those and I was so happy to go to this party. Like, be specific, you guys. And I want you to spend some time with this. This is the best year of your life. Did you get a promotion at work? Did you add to your family? Like, what were those things that happened to you? So as you said those things, right? Said them as they're actually happening. How did that feel? Like, soak that in. Like, how did that feel to put yourself in that position? Were you proud? Were you happy? How did that feel? Okay. Why do you want this? So I want you to write down the first thing that comes to your mind, right? Now I want you to dig deeper. Okay. The first thing that comes to our mind is typically not why we really want this, right? It's why we think we should want this, or why other people might want us to want this, or what we think the right answer should be. But it's not going to be the right answer. We need to go 10 levels deeper than that, right? So we're going to call this our driving force motivator, So here's how you find that. So I want you to write down what that first thing that came to your mind is, and I want you to keep asking yourself, why? Right? Here's an example. So, because I want to be happy. Okay. Well, why do you want to be happy? Why do you want to be happy? What would make you happier as you lost weight? Let's say this is about weight loss, right? And you guys can do this for any goal. If it's working on your relationship is the most important thing in your life right now, write that about your relationship. If work, write it about your work, right? So let's take this from a health and fitness standpoint and say, that I want to lose weight because I want to be happy. Okay. Why do you want to be happy? What's making you unhappy right now? And I'll speak from my story, from this girl, wherever she went, right? Why do you want to be happy, Tina? I want to be happy walking into my closet, because when I go to my closet, I have nothing to wear. How does that make you feel? It makes me feel depressed. It makes me feel not good about myself. Like I feel unappreciated and undervalued. Why does it make you feel depressed? Well, because I feel like guilty that I'm not working out, I'm not doing more for myself, that I've let myself go this far, that I'm in the heaviest clothes that I've ever worn before, and I feel like I should spend more time on myself. Why do you feel that? Because I know it's important because I know how I want to feel, because I know inside how I can feel, right? So when you go to your closet and you don't have anything and it makes you feel depressed and you have this mood, what happens? What happens? I feel lonely, right? I feel self-conscious. I feel like I'm watching for people and wondering what they're thinking about me all day. What happens when that happens? I try to stay away. I try to put myself in a position where I'm not the center of attention, where people don't notice me. I try to be background noise, right? How does that make you feel, Tina, when that happens? I feel like I can't hit my goals, like I can't push and be better, like I can't be me. Okay, that's an example, you guys. That's my story. I wasn't being me anymore. I wasn't allowing myself to help others to grow, to be happy because of who I felt I had become. That was my why, to get that person back so that she could be the mom she wanted to be, so that she could have energy for the activities that were most important to her, so that she was willing to go and do the things to change her career, her life, her family, her relationship with her husband for the better. And that came from a deeper understanding that why. It wasn't about losing 30 pounds. It wasn't. That 30 pounds was tying her down because of this, right? So I want you to think about that, you guys. What is your driving force motivator? You need to keep peeling back that onion. Take that reason that first popped in your head, right? Why you needed to lose weight, why you needed to get healthier, why you need to switch your career, why you need to be better in your relationship. Why do you need to do that? And I want you to start peeling back the layers of that onion. Start thinking about why. Keep asking yourself that till you get down to that point. And I bet it will probably be something similar, that you're not living that life that you know you're meant to live, that you can live, that you should be living, that you have the potential to be at. And you have got to see that clearly, who that can become, right? So what does that feel like to be that person? If you overcome this, right? If you truly live out this driving force, this motivator, like who does that allow you to become? Write down some adjectives, right? Who are you at your best self? What are you giving? How are you showing up in the world, right? So look at these papers, right? So you've got your notebook. I've got my notebook. I did this exercise. Turn back to that first page, right? Turn back to that first page. Look at all those feelings. Look at all those emotions. Look at all of those things of how you are showing up for yourself right now. You guys, I want you to know that's you right now, right? It's hard. It hurts and it's hard to see that, but I want you to own that. That is you right now. Now you turn that page, right? Turn that page. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? What does that look like for you now? And I want you to own that, because that is you that is becoming. That is the you that you are becoming. And that starts right now with that decision, right? You have to own who you are. You have to believe you can get better. You have to know what those driving forces are to make you want to get better, because it's going to be a rough road. It's not like this. Weight loss doesn't happen like this. Financial success doesn't happen like this. Relationship, marital success does not happen like this, I should say, right? It's like this. It's a rocky road. It's ups and downs. It's overcoming challenge. We have life things that are going to be thrown at us and happen all of the time. And we have to make it through that, right? So how are we going to show up to the world? How are we going to do this? What are the next steps, right? Let me show you some examples of people that I've worked with, that I that are in our community that found that driving force. They found out what that why was, and they were able to make progress, right? So this is my good friend Jen. And she co-hosts a lot of the groups with me. She's become a coach. This was her, December 15, 18, right? The continued progress. She is a widow. She has 2 young girls. She had really lost focus of who she could be. Her life changed, right? And she lost that focus of taking care of herself, of trying to be somebody that she wasn't ready to be. And as she's led herself through a lot of personal growth and development to be able to change, she's made those changes. This is my friend Erin. This was actually just over the last 6 months, you guys. She's awesome, right? Mom, twins, works full time, had just lost sight, had tried all of the magic, tried the short-term changes, the things that were going to bring quick success. And I love what she said. She's like, it's changed my life. I've lost 30 pounds. I'm down 4 pant sizes. I have a new relationship with food. She did all of this, you guys, without exercise. Without exercise. Nothing. On top of feeling healthy and losing weight, I feel like I have a good enough start to start exercising. I've got pain in my lower back. I had to start slowly. And you know what? The pain's almost gone now. There's days my back's tired, but it doesn't hurt. I can walk without pain. I can pick up my kids without pain. I can't wait to see what 2019 has in store for me, right? Because she made that switch. She made that switch. This is Shauna. You guys, Shauna started with an objective to just lose weight, to lose some pounds, right? And it was hard. And she went like this. When she found some motivators, some things she wanted to do in her relationship, in her life, with her work, she made the switch. And like, I love this because it started like her picture that she took and what she was working towards was this at first. But look at this picture. Look what she chose to post as her victory at the end of 2018. This, right? Because it wasn't about this. It wasn't about abs. It wasn't about the tummy. It wasn't about this. It was about feeling this. Like, look at her eyes. Look at her face. Like the confidence that she felt and found. That's what it was all about. That's what it was all about, right? So you've got to recognize a couple of things. One, it's not going to get better if you don't find those driving forces and be ready to change, right? And you've got to decide to put yourself in. So you've got your thoughts, right? We've talked about our thoughts. We've created this shift for ourselves from where we are to where we're going, right? We've talked about our desire. We've talked about peeling that back and finding that deeper motivation, that deeper why, that deeper reason, what's really holding us, what we really, really want, right? And I want you guys to know the third part of this is the most important, right? Surrounding yourself with the right people. Recognizing that this won't work if you don't get help. It won't. How many times have you tried it on your own? I know I kind of, told myself, well, I'm just independent. I work out on my own. I can't, I don't want to wait around for other people and do this or that. But you guys know what that was? It was hiding for me. I was hiding by going to a boot camp where absolutely no one knew who I was, or trying to work out on these machines at the gym, or just hitting the road by myself, even though like I thought it would be fun to have a group of people and do this with other people. I wouldn't allow myself to do it because at the end of the day, if the results didn't go my way, I felt like I would be judged and shamed. And the only person that does that is here. It comes inside, right? But here's the thing. Like, you can find people who are willing to validate your excuses, right? You could go to Facebook right now. You could go to Instagram. You could write a post about how hard it is, and why you're not going to try to work on your health this year, and because of this and this and this and this, right? Because we all have so many reasons that it can't work. And I want you to know, if you choose to do that, you'll find a circle of people who will say, you're right, you're good, you just, keep moving forward, you're fine as you are, blah, 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 right? You will find a group of people to validate any excuse that you have. Any excuse that you have. You'll find a group of people. Or you can choose to find a group of people who understand those excuses, who understand what you're going through, and will validate them in the way to know that you can overcome that you can be better than that they will cheer for you and applaud you in wanting to be better, right? 2 words change everything, you guys. Your thoughts and your actions. You change your thoughts and your actions, and you will be a totally new person in 1 year. Your thoughts, your actions, you surround yourself with the right people, and you will totally change. So how do we do it? Let's talk about some steps. Okay, number 1, you've got to make that decision. You've got to decide that I'm going to be that person on page number 2 that you wrote, right? And you need to say it until you feel it in your body, right? This is why I really like vision boards and putting things on my phone, or, getting a board or using your mirror, and writing down who you want to be. I love clothes, right? So today this is if you follow me, you see my Wear It Again Wednesday. This was my skirt. Like, I could not wear this skirt a couple of months ago. And I told myself, I am going to wear that. And each Wednesday I would post a picture of my progress in getting into this skirt, right? I could see it. I had that goal. I was decided that this was going to be something that I was going to do, and I was going to move forward in doing it. And it was so fun, you guys, to see other people in our group do the same thing and have their Wear It Again Wednesday and do something that they thought might be impossible at first, whether that was a pair of clothes or wearing their wedding ring again, or just changing something in their life that they could do. So the first step, we have to decide. We have to decide. We want to become, and we can become, we will become that person on page number 2. Number 2, you've got to declare it, right? If you decide that you want to make these changes, but you never declare it, you never have that accountability, you never hold yourself, you never make it public, right? It will never happen. I remember when I was training for a Spartan race a couple of years ago, and I had thought about training for a race like this for a long, long time, but I always held myself back because I'm like, I can't do monkey bars, I can't do pull-ups, I can't do this and that. Like, I'm not strong enough to do that. So for years and years, I watched friends do these races and thought it would be so cool to do those races, but I never can do that. I'll tell you what changed for me. I saw a picture of a girl, probably about 350 pounds, on the Spartan page, pulling herself over a wall. Determination, grit, written all over her face. And I thought, oh my gosh, if she can do it, why could I not do that? Right? So I've been comparing myself to all these uber athletes, to these people who are fit and strong, or that I felt were better than me. And then I saw someone who was different than me doing something hard and determined. And I reached out to her and I said, oh my gosh, Samantha, I saw your picture and I've been holding myself back for years from trying to do a Spartan, from doing this. And I saw your picture and I thought, there's no way I can't do this race. So thank you. I'm going to sign up for this race now and I'm going to do it. Right? She made it public. And not only did she accomplish her goals, but she pushed me to do something because it inspired me to do that. So what did I do? So then when I decided to do that Spartan, I put a post up and I said, my goal is to do 5 pull-ups by this time, right? And that was not easy. It was so hard and it was so challenging for me to do that, to declare that, to be visible with that goal. But I started sharing times when I would take my kids to the park and I would go across the monkey bars, or I showed myself when in my gym. And at first, all I was doing was pulling myself on the bar from a chair, right? So totally supported. And how I grew through that. And to post the pictures of that race, making it through that race, not perfectly, but making it, right? Finishing, getting to that finish line, that felt amazing, right? So what are you doing right now that you want to work on, and have you declared it, right? Have you made it visible to people? Have you gathered a circle of people to support you, right? Again, not to validate that you can't do this, but are you finding and declaring so that you can get those people who will support you and not let you let yourself down? You've got to have that, right? And number 3, you've got to have that driving force motivator. You've got to have that deeper understanding, that why of where you want to go, right? Okay, so we've decided we're going to declare it. I don't care how you do that, if it's on with a group of family, if it's on Facebook or whatever that means to you, like you have to declare it. And you've got to dig deep into that to find your driving force motivator, right? So number 4, when we have that, we've got to get crystal clear on that vision, right? It's impossible to get to where you want to go if you aren't seeing yourself in that situation, right? So I think of this like driving in a car. I'm trying to think of a good analogy to kind of teach you like this visualization part. So let's talk about this, okay? Let's say that we are, I just tell you to get in your car and your instructions are just get there, right? Here's the keys to the car, get there. What happens, right? What happens when we all get that opportunity to do that together? Do we end up in the same place? Do we go the same distance? Do we go where? How do we get there? Like, if I just tell you, just get there, what happens? Like you can't, right? We will all end up in different places and different things because we're all going to interpret that differently, right? But what if I tell you, okay, we are all going to meet in New York City and we're going to meet at this time and this day. Go, right? Okay, we have a destination. We know where we're going. Now, we might all get there different ways, right? Maybe you pick up the keys and drive yourself up there. Maybe some of us take a flight. Some of us take a train up there, right? We all take different ways, but we get there, right? Because we have that vision of where we're going. If you are not clear on where you're going, you don't have any way to get yourself there, right? So where you're going, you have to be specific. So again, how are you going to do this? How are you going to craft that in your mind so that you see that and be that every day? One thing that I would suggest is getting a journal, right? And writing that down every day. Writing it as if you are in it, as if you're accomplishing it. I am what? I am sitting on a beach in a bikini, sipping a margarita, watching my family run into the surf, feeling confident, not underneath a blanket. You know, I've got I didn't even bring a blanket to the beach. What does that look like to you, right? I am training for an Ironman right now, right? And that can be so tough mentally with the amount of training that you're doing. So I write in my journal each day, I am an Iron woman. I see myself, I'm crossing the finish line in 15 hours and 40 minutes. I have my family beside me. They're crying. We're all crying. We're so happy to have accomplished this goal. Like, I see it. I know what I'm wearing. I have a black tri-suit with pink. It's Salt Lake Tri Club. Like, I have pink socks. I see my black shoes. I know exactly what that looks like. Like, it's crystal clear, right? Are you crystal clear on your goals? Can you see that? So I suggest write it down every day. Write down that vision. Get a vision board, some visuals, some things that will help you to see where you want to go. I love this picture behind me. Like, to me, this is my vision. This was the first trip in my career as a fitness coach that I paid for a trip for my family, all just from my business. And we went to Hawaii for 9 days. And it was amazing. I was crystal clear that year that that was what I was working towards. I was working towards giving my family this perfect gift. And that is what I love about this picture, because it reminds me to have that vision, to carry that forward, right? So you've got to have that vision of where you want to go. Okay. Number 5, put yourself and your experience so that you know how it feels, right? So we just talked about that, whether it's through a board, whether it's through writing that, like you have to put yourself and get that experience, like to see yourself living through that experience. Okay, and then number 6, we got to take that big vision, take that big where we want to go, take that big where we want to feel, and we've got to break it down into small parts, right? Small steps that you can move forward in every single day. I love Tony Robbins because he always teaches that, you attack a problem best by taking massive action from moving through small things every single day, right? So stop thinking about how far it is, or how many dinners you're going to give up, or how many birthday parties you can't go to, or this or that. No, that's not what it's about, you guys. That's not what your class is about. That's not how you do it. Right? It's about taking small steps every day, one step small every day that you can take that will lead to massive results. Because I tell you, those people who start by taking massive results and they're very, and maybe they get great results over the first few weeks or the first few months, most of those people, over 98% of those people will gain all that weight back. They will gain more than what they lost, and they'll be devastated. And maybe that's been you. Maybe it's been you more than once that's happened to, because you tried to take all of this massive action all at one time and it just wasn't sustainable, right? We have to create consistent, sustainable actions that will lead to massive success over time, right? You're not going to lose this weight. You're not going to gain it back 5 months from now. You're not going to have it 2 years from now, 3 years from now. And the way we're going to do it is following these steps, and we're going to take small actions every single day. And you keep adding to that, right? As you master one step of that, you continue to build, and you'll get better and better at that. So it just becomes a habit, right? And when you have that habit, you can start adding in other things that you need for that, right? So I want you to think of a goal, the goal that you have, what you've been writing, what you want to feel like, what that vision is, where you want to go, and why. And what is one small thing that you can work on, right? It doesn't have to be everything. It doesn't have to be the fitness and the nutrition and all of those things at one time. You might need best right now. You might need to pick up a book and start reading. That might be the one small step that you need to take. Because I'm going to tell you, when you feel more confident here, when you fueled your mind with better things, and you believe in yourself, or you understand what this journey is going to look like, or how you can overcome the hard spots, or how you can love yourself more just as you are, who you are, when you do that better, you are going to do better on your nutrition. You are going to do better in your health and your fitness, right? All of those things, you're going to race better. All of those things will happen. So maybe that's the one place that you need to start. So where is it that you really need to start? And don't be afraid to just start there. Yes, we all want to see great results right away. We want to see massive results right away. But do you want to see that fade away just as quickly as it came? No, that's not you. That's not your perfect year. That's not what a great 2019 looks like for you. It's sustainable. So we need to simplify. We need to start small, and we need to move forward with everything that we can do. Okay? Last step to do that. You need to make sure you have a good coach. You need to have a great coach, a good mentor that will help you, right? We already talked about the influence of those people in your life, and those people who let me just say, let's not talk about those people. Let's talk about what a great coach is. Like, as I think about this and I think about great coaches that I've had in my life, like, they have always seen me better than I've seen myself. Right? When we get started, they always have that vision and see me at my highest potential. They don't validate the story that I'm in. that person that I'm in right now, but they do validate that person I want to become. They see that and they help me to not allow myself to go back in that before, right? So make sure that you have a good coach, somebody that's going to lift you up, that's going to help you be your best self, that you're going to level up with, that has empathy and compassion, but doesn't take the excuses. And I think that's hard, you guys. A lot of times we want somebody who's going to commiserate with our misery and allow us to do that. But you know, and I know that that's not the person that's going to help you to elevate yourself in 2019 and hit your goals, right? You can always find somebody to validate the BS, the stories, the people that'll help you feel good in the moment, but it doesn't help you to make forward progress. Like, don't go there, you guys. Don't go there. You know, it's not going to help you. And don't just, what I love about the Transformation Center and about our community is this isn't just about like having that one person in your corner. Like, it's about having a community in your corner. And we all need and want to belong to something bigger. We do. We need that in our lives. We need that group. We need that support to be able to really help us to do that. So if you guys want to take that, take it, right? Take it. If you do those things, if you go through those exercises, rewatch this training, go through it again, really put yourself in that position, be present, write down those eyes, you know, come make that clear decision, declare it, get that driving motivator, create that vision for yourself, and then get the support in the people in your corner that you need. You will have an amazingly successful 2019. So what I hope to be able to do is to help you to see how you can do that easy, to lay it out, to give you the steps, to be that person in your corner. So let me just take a minute. You can sign off if you're done, if you got what you needed. If you are interested to have more, to have that game plan, the support, the things that you need, then stay with us for just a minute. And let me tell you about the Transformation Center. So each year I do boot camp groups, and they have been typically about 30-day groups. Last year we kind of made the shift to really kind of seeing if a longer term group would be able to help better support people. And I really loved it. I really loved that feel of having one place people knew they could always go to and create that community in that space. But then make it fun, have different challenges and things like that. And that's what we do in the Transformation Center. As I've helped people over the last 4 years, I've found that the foundation of where they need to start is working on their mind, and then working on their nutrition, and then working on their fitness, right? I think a lot of people, I mean, we see it obviously in gyms as gym memberships skyrocket in January, that people feel like they need to move their body, and that's going to help them lose weight and have the ultimate success. Now, I love fitness. I love moving my body. I think it gives me so many things every single day in my life, energy, clarity, all of the things that I need, but it is not the thing that helped me lose weight. I can speak from years of marathoning, switching to triathloning, and seeing that my body just overall did not change a lot just through doing the exercise. It didn't. I didn't lose 30 pounds. I didn't lose that weight. I didn't gain more energy. It just was what it was. It was a motivator to help me keep moving and to do something that I loved, but it didn't help me to lose weight. So for that specific goal, it was not as valuable, and I knew that there was other changes that I needed to make. So as part of the system that I teach and how I coach, that's where we start. We start working on that self-care, developing self-love, that personal development, fueling your mind. Then we start working on how to better your relationship with food so that you have purpose in what you're eating, so that you learn that this isn't a restrictive environment, that there aren't situations you can be successful and unsuccessful, that there aren't foods that are off the table that limit your success and others that do. It's about learning to enjoy your life with your food, with your balance with that too, and how to do that so that you can lose weight, so that you can put yourself in control, so that you can empower yourself every single day to decide what that looks like for you, what healthy looks like, what that day looks like, what that season looks like, what that vacation looks like, what that travel for work looks like, and put yourself in a position to be successful, to continue your weight loss, to maintain your weight loss, and to do those things. And there's a few things that you need to just shift, right? It's not about this, it's not all new. This isn't about, it's just about eating good foods and doing the right things every single day and being consistent. But there is a pattern, there is a way to do it and simplify it so that you can take away all of those limiting beliefs, right? We are going to burn fat, right? Our objective is to burn fat, and not the fat that you think, right? That's on your body, but your false assumed truths, right? False assumed truths. Once we burn those away, those things, those limiting beliefs, those things that are holding you back, that's when you can live this for life, you guys. And it doesn't have to be about counting calories or macros. We don't do that. I'll teach you how to visualize and see your plate, your food. I'll teach you 4 fundamental things to do every single day so that you can make it a weight loss day and you get to write the Bible, right? You get to write your own weight loss story with the foods, with the environment, with the things that work best for you. So that's where we're going to start. So that's a 30-day nutrition course. I teach it as a 30-day nutrition course. We work with a registered dietitian. Her name is Alana Molstein. She's awesome. She's made a video series for us. So it's 41 videos, short. Most of them are only 2 to 5 minutes long. We plug through those. We have a system that we go through those in the first 30 days. And you help to see how you can live with long-term weight loss, to lose weight loss more over time. And what I love about this, we talked about this, how a lot of people like take massive action and they'll get great results for about 30 days and then it just peters off and loses. With this system, as you apply it, you will get stronger over time. So you'll lose weight in month 1, but what the weight you lose in month 2 and 3 is probably going to be significantly greater as you get stronger and stronger at applying these principles and learning what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and feeling empowered that you've made this your own, that you don't have to follow rules and guidelines for the rest of your life that don't fit in your lifestyle. So that's where we start. So we start with that 30-day nutrition course, and we're going to start on January 21st. So you've got to get your kits this week. And I'll tell you, as you join me, I don't charge for my coaching. I don't charge for my groups. You invest in you. But I do require that you show up. I require that you check in. I require that you do those small things to take action, and I'm going to help you stay consistent to do that. So it's up to you, right? So it's you versus you at that point. But I want you to know that through having those resources, it allows you to utilize that investment that you would be spending at a gym, that you would be spending with a personal trainer, that you would be spending with a nutritionist. And you get those resources in the center, but you can put that money towards you, towards products that support your goals. We use a superfood nutrition shake. It's amazing. It's easy, it's convenient, it fills the gaps, it makes you feel good. There's a lot of great things scientifically we can cover as far as nutrition and things that if you're geek out like that, like I have become, is really awesome. But deep down, I just want you to know it's about providing you some simple nutrition that works, that helps you feel good, and that keeps you more motivated. Boom. Right? So you can put your money towards that. You can put your money towards having some easy access snacks that are really good for you, low in sugar, high in fiber, high in protein, right? That you feel good about and that taste good. I want you to know that you can put and invest that money into an online digital gym that will give you access to over 3,000 workouts that you can do at home with a personal trainer, some of the best in the world, and you get that. And you get a meal plan. And you get those tools and resources that'll help you. Actually in the things that are going to be doing and getting you results, not that somebody that you hope will motivate you to get results when you don't see them every single day. So I'm going to put a link here, and I'll put it in the recording too, so that you guys can take the opportunity to sign up for this resource, right? So we are starting with the nutrition course. It's 30 days. I'm only offering this once a quarter. right? So once a quarter, you will be able to go through this 30 days with us. And then, after the 30 days, then we kept continuous support. Once a week, we'll have a live webinar. We've got workout groups that work together. So you can Zoom or you can video chat together in the morning just to stay accountable to each other if you're working out at home, if you're ready for exercise. But we're just going to start with nutrition. We're going to start with mindset. And when you're ready to add the other pieces in, like I said, it's amazing to work out every day. It's amazing to gain that energy. It's amazing to benefit and work your muscles and get stronger and more fit from those things. But I want you to have the tools, the support, the desire, the belief, make the decision, have the support of the community, have the support of me, and be able to just grow and have fun with this. If it's not fun, you won't get it done. So we need to do that in this community. So it'll be online, it's virtual, it's all on Facebook that we do that. You also get access to track a couple of apps that'll help you to track your nutrition, help you to track your workouts, your weight loss, all of your measurements and metrics so that we can look at that one-on-one and look at that with the kit. You also get a tracker, 90-day tracker that you'll be able to track your food and a water bottle. And that's important, you guys, because tracking is probably the number one thing that I found that's helped me to create this manageable weight loss and stay sustainable and feel good about it. So I'm excited to introduce you to that system and how to do that and to make that happen. So I put the link here. Make sure that you guys go on there and take a look and then click on what fits best for you, right? If you just want to start with the nutrition right now, and that's where we're going to start as far as with the wellness piece, then do that. If you're ready to add exercise, you'll find some options to be able to do that. I'll contact you, help you get set up. And I'm just excited to open up the Transformation Center and have you guys in this. Some more good things are coming as far as meal planning and things like that for February for clients who are actively participating with us with the nutrition. So keep an eye on that and on my stories, and I'm excited. Registration is open. I'm going to accept 10 new clients. It's on a first come, first come basis. If you are an existing client, make sure that you reach out because there'll be limited spots in this 30-day group to go through that with us live and get some extra support and help in applying the 2B mindset. So thanks you guys for jumping on today. Appreciate all of your time, all of the thoughts, and I'm excited to see you guys excited to get started with this too. Talk to you soon.